Hello, and welcome everyone. For customers that are eligible for enterprise support, I will be walking through the various ways customers can open feature request tickets with R2C for achieving a better experience with Semgrep. There are three main ways of submitting a feature request with R2C. The first is by the Semgrep app itself. Once logging into the app and clicking on the Support tab, you'll see that there is a new form to submit a support case or a feature request. Within this form, please provide as much information as possible regarding the feature request. Some information to include in the description would be a use case. How would you use this feature request, and how would it better help your Semgrep experience? Another thing that we would like to include is the business impact for this feature request. What would be the business impact where this feature request was granted? How would this help your business roll out? And also, what would the business impact be where your feature request was not granted? What would the scenario be in which what you were asking for was not given? Do you have any workarounds for this? Or do you have anything in place for this in terms of other tools or other frameworks? One way that you can exemplify this business impact would be to set the priority. How much of an ask is this for you? Is this something that is blocking your onboarding and implementation of Semgrep? Or is this something that is just a nice to have? Once the email has been sent, you'll be sent an auto response stating that your request has been received and is currently being reviewed by our support staff. The next way you can send a feature request to R2C is via the customer-facing Slack channel. If you are a customer that has a private Slack channel with R2C, you can open feature request tickets directly from Slack. Within your Slack channel, as well as within your message box, you'll notice that your plus button has a blue lightning next to it. This blue lightning signifies we have enabled the submit support request workflow for you for submitting support tickets and feature requests. If you do not see this workflow added to your channel, please message your AE about it and we'll have someone add the workflow for you shortly. If you were to click on the submit support request button, you'll notice that you'll be able to open a form. This form, when looking at it, looks extremely similar to the email that we discussed earlier. Please state that you have a feature request and briefly describe it. Give us details like the use case, as well as the business impact, or as well as any workarounds. And finally, please set the priority. Once you have submitted the feature request, you'll notice that with the confirmation notification, you are also given a thread. This thread will be used for future discussion with R2C, as well as any screenshots or possible workarounds and workflows that you expect to see in your feature request. Please keep all the discussion here in the thread, as so we can track this within our internal ticketing system. The final way of sending a feature request ticket to R2C is via email itself. Please use your work email and send the ticket information over to support@r2c.dev. The information that should be included in the email is extremely similar to the other forms that we discussed earlier, and therefore we will not go into this too deeply. The only difference that we ask of between the app form and the Slack channel form is within the subject of the email. Please state that this is a feature request. If you have any questions about this form or any other form that we discussed in this video, please feel free to send us a message in your customer-facing Slack channel or use any of the methods that we described during this video. Thank you all very much for your attention, and we hope to hear that you send us some feature requests soon.